Luke, did you know that Kristaps was not going to play in the second half?
No. MJ just told me that I was going to start the second half, and then, just kind of went from there. Yeah.
When did you guys kind of turn the page from the injury last game to this game in between the days? And was there somebody who kind of led that charge or kind of spurred on the
Yeah.
I guess?
I do feel like, obviously there's quite a wave of emotions and just places where you're kind of at after the last game. I feel like we had like meeting and film and walkthrough and stuff yesterday, and just kind of JB and Al, I feel like just kind of like spoke and talked to us, and I feel like they did a great job of really just understanding the situation, and at the same time it's like understand we do have a game to play and to go out and represent ourselves well and to play hard, and so I feel like those two kind of really led the way in that. I think that stay the course throughout the game, but obviously when those two guys are kind of at the front of it and lead you into it, then it's easy to just kind of follow course and do the best you can.
What did those guys say to you?
I think obviously I feel like they were very just aware of kind of the situation that it was, and so there's definitely parts like just kind of like expressing that, and all of us kind of like just recognizing that and being in that. At the same time that we do have an opportunity to move forward, and we just had to take it one game at a time, and the goal for today was just to make it back to New York. You just got to take it one game at a time, and just go out and compete and represent our team well, represent ourselves well, and kind of just try to hold it down for JT.
I know Jason left you guys a message as well. What did that mean to you guys? What was he kind of trying to convey to you?
I think just expressing that obviously, he's on his path towards recovering and stuff like that, and then just like kind of encouraging us to go out and keep doing the job and keep trying to accomplish the goal. And it's obviously a situation that none of us hope to be in, but I think Joe kind of throughout the year has been stressing just kind of the message of like you just have to love the situation that you're in, and you can't really control that, but you can't just control how you respond to it. And kind of that's whatever the situation is that presents itself is like the exact situation that we're meant to be in and that we need. And so, I think we just accept that and then just choose how you're going to respond. Like that's the one thing you can do about it, and the one thing you can, kind of operate in life.
How were you able to respond with a career-high 7 blocks, 5 in the third quarter?
I feel like it was just trying to make plays. Obviously, our season's on the line, so trying to have just a lot of energy and make plays. I feel like it was everybody. I feel like everybody stepped up, and we were very connected and very just aggressive and forceful, and obviously did our job for the day. And we have to go out and do it again, and it'll require different things on Friday, but just kind of keep that same mentality and just do whatever it takes.
If your role going forward is to start, how would you accept that?
It's kind of how I've been like throughout this year and throughout my time with Celtics and throughout my career is just whatever coach asks me to do, I'm just there to do it. And so, like I said, that it's throughout. It's just like whether I'm starting or coming off the bench or not playing at all, that kind of comes with the responsibility that is, and you just have to do your best job with whatever position that you're put in. And that's what we're always trying to do as a team.
What does it mean to you personally to impact a do-or-die playoff game like you did tonight?
I'm very grateful just to be able to have the opportunity to play and obviously to make a big impact. And I feel like, honestly, just like the connection that we had, I feel like as a team and with all the teammates and in the situation that we're in, I feel like it's just really special to be a part of. Like when you're doing it, you just kind of get lost in it. But it was obviously a lot of fun to have the night that was tonight, and you have to be able to just do whatever the part calls for the next time.
Were you surprised to be asked to do the interview after the third quarter for the television?
A little bit. I guess I did that. We kind of went on a run and stuff, and so when that happened, I was like, oh, yeah, okay, sure. But you just sort of take it. I unfortunately was a little tired and didn't have my usual wit and charm. So that was. I think I remember Blake doing a little segment on like something about that, but didn't really have my best showing. Yeah.
Can you get in a rhythm as a shot blocker, and what do you think in that third quarter for you in particular was making you so effective?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's weird where it just feels like the plays kind of line up. It's hard to really say anything other than like you're just kind of reacting to just happening. I feel like, yeah, just being in the right spots and trying to be aggressive, and yeah, sometimes it sort of feels that kind of way. Although it like is weird to say if that's actually real or if it just quantifies, or there's the old hot hand fallacy. I don't know if that applies to blocking shots. Someone can do the research. Yeah.
Are you a believer in the hot hand?
I'm a believer in the hot hand. Yeah, this is the thing. If we have to look at the data, anyone who's making shots sometimes wouldn't say that they have the hot hand, even if they made a couple. But then there's some times where you made a couple and you know it. But then you take bad shots, and then you still make them sometimes. I don't know. That's getting into weeds.
Does the same
Yeah.
not apply if you're like seeing the ball well for the blocks, or however you want to describe it?
I feel like the thing that you do feel in that is when you're just kind of like lost in the moment and you're like not really second guessing or doubting anything. You're just sort of reacting and playing. So I do feel like that's kind of a similarity of just like I feel like when guys are feeling good when it comes to shooting, it's just like you're kind of subconscious to it all.
Do you feel like the barking is catching on?
There is a good amount of barking today. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to D White because he fostered me into joining back because I was a little, just trying to live in the moment and survive in the moment. But the barking has got on. So shout out to the barking. He kind of started it at one point, or at least like, to me, and then I was like, I need to, somebody barked. Thanks.
Derrick, seeing Luke step up the way he did, I mean, he was barking at the crowd in the third quarter. Like, how hyped up did that get you guys? Like, just what did that mean to see that along with, like, the actual impact he made on changing that game?
Yeah, he was unbelievable. Came in and just seemed to be always in the right position, and 7 blocks is crazy, and he was unbelievable tonight and really stepped up when we needed him. So he's had a great season, and it was big time for us tonight.
Were you guys barking with him?
Yeah, I was barking with him. It's just fun to see him do that.
Derrick, obviously, you guys lose Jason Tatum just the other night. How much of this win did it feel like it was emotional or kind of for him, or how much were you guys thinking about him as you were preparing, and then also just balancing the fact that you guys really need to win this game at the same time?
Yeah, honestly, losing JT's tough, especially for how much work he puts into the game and works on his body and like everything he does to go out and compete every night. And so seeing him go down was tough, but we got a lot of guys out here that are highly competitive, and we didn't want our season to end tonight. So just going out there, competing. We said after Game 4, we just got to win Game 5, and now we got to move on to try to find a way to win Game 6.
Derrick, Jalen said on Monday after the game that you guys still have enough in the locker room. I believe in my guys. We've just got to come out and be ready to fight. And then Joe pointed to his play tonight in the third quarter where he dives in front of your bench to keep the play alive. Just what did you see from him in terms of a leadership perspective tonight?
Yeah, JB was unbelievable on both sides of the ball for the whole time he was out there. And he took it on himself to get us going, and we just followed his lead. So great game for 48 minutes, and really carried us.
Derrick, you had it going early. Those 4 threes that you hit in the first quarter, what was the ball feeling like as it went off your fingertips?
It felt good. I got really good looks, especially to start the game, and so it's always nice to get those good looks and just shoot it with confidence. So shout out to my teammates for finding me, and just got to rise up there and knock them down.
Derrick, you guys have bounced back from a lot of different things over the last several years. What was this like for you guys as a group, losing Tatum, as you mentioned, but just trying to respond and also fight back and get back into this series?
Yeah, like I said, we got a lot of people that highly competitive, and we got a lot of talent in that locker room. So seeing our brother go down was tough, and he texted us today before the game like he's cheering us on. So that was cool to hear, and go out there and compete and win a game.
Kind of following up on that, it seems like this group kind of responds in these types of moments where you have your back against the wall, things are tough. And Joe also mentioned having multiple identities. What was the identity we saw tonight in your view, and why do you guys respond so well in these types of moments?
I mean, our back's against the wall. It's win or go home at this moment, so none of us want to go home. And so we understand that it's only going to get tougher. We haven't done anything yet. Just got to find a way to go to New York and win a game.
Derrick, Jason goes down. All of the talk out on the outside is very final. It's talking about it, like the season was over, talking about moves that are going to be made over the summer while there was still a game to be played. Did you guys hear the tone of that talk? Did it resonate? Did you guys get upset about the way you guys were being discussed?
No, I didn't hear nothing. I mean, there's always talk. I mean, the good talk, the bad talk. I try to just block it all out. And, I mean, we came in yesterday, watched film, and kind of looked each other in the eye as ready to go. And we got a lot of guys that have won a lot of games at a high level, and obviously there's no replacing JT and what he does for us, but we believe in the guys we got.
Along those lines, no replacing JT, but that means you have to play a little bit different. Maybe you rely on him, and there's some standing and watching, like as he's making a play. Do you guys feel like you need to play a little bit differently, a different identity to win the games without him?
Obviously. I mean, it's not like someone can step in and do what JT does at the level that he does it. So gonna have to play a little differently and just find ways to create offense, to rebound, just everything he does on the court. Like everybody's got to step up, and so we did that tonight, and got to find a way to win Game 6.
Derrick, there's been a lot of teams over the years that, when faced with adversity, can pull it together and channel that emotion for a game. How challenging is it to get that same emotion again a second time, and what do you do to get there?
I mean, like I said, our back's against the wall. We understand that it's just going to get more difficult, and I think they're thinking we got to play better, and they'll make adjustments, and we got to make adjustments back. So, I mean, this is the NBA playoffs, and you wouldn't expect anything different. So, go out there, compete at a high level, do what we need to do, and try to find a way to win a game.
Derrick, last question for you. Off the court, you and Jason are quite close friends. So I'm wondering, after the injury goes down the last couple of days, for you as his friend, what has your reaction been, and kind of how have you mentally kind of pulled yourself off the map after seeing him go down? I know he's obviously okay, but there are still a bit of a shock from these kinds of things.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously it's tough to see. I texted him, and but it's kind of all I could do really is to text him and just tell him that we believe in him and know that he's gonna have a great comeback from this setback. And so really not much I can do, especially at this moment, but I'm gonna support him throughout his whole journey, and I know he's gonna do everything he needs to do to get back out there with us.